Yo, second live today, but I want to get more information out there. To repeat what I already know, let's see if you can understand where I'm coming from with this light thing, because we've got to repeat messages. A light is possibly the most powerful. There's many. The light is powerful, man. Light is magic. Light is magic medicine for the soul. Light. Sunlight. I like to understand the mechanisms, break it down in really simple ways. I mean, light working is simple, but at the same time, there's a lot to light and sunlight that we don't know yet, and we might never know. So we know a lot. We know a lot of reasons why it's powerful, and I love the people that are studying it and all these and the university studies and these mechanisms. I love that shit because it encourages me to figure out why. It keeps me honourable and wanting to get out of the light more. But at the same time, there's a lot that we'll never know about it, and I like that as well. The aspect of we don't know everything about nature and light and aged urine and urine therapy and fruits and fasting and how the body works exactly and all the mysteries. But that's what keeps us interested and keeps me talking about shit like that. So yeah, Michael, mate, yeah. So yeah, this is what I'm coming to now. Light is medicine. It's heal medicine. It's obvious, right? But my focuses are this really simple things. Light is deep breathing session, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. If you don't want to do pranayama, you don't ever practice meditation, you don't ever want a breathing pattern or consciously go about it, cool. In a way, no one has to, because as soon as you step out your front door, it makes you breathe deeper. I don't mean it's going to make you go from 14 breaths a minute to 5 breaths a minute like a yogi. I don't mean it's going to be a massive jump like that. The level your breathing pattern is normally, it just takes it down and off. It makes you deep breathe to your version of deep breathing. So if you're at 8 breaths a minute normally inside the house, it'll take it down to 6 probably. If you're at 14 breaths a minute, it'll take you down to 11. So there's a big jump though. There's a big jump in your breathing pattern. It's the first thing I noticed, and it clocked on a couple of months ago, and now I'm really come back to again. And it should be, for most of you, one of the number one reasons why you should want to get light. I mean, it feels like you can feel instantly as soon as it hits you, the like, just, it feels different to being inside. You go outside and it's like, inside is depression maybe you aren't aware of, and then you just go out, and then, whoa, it's like that shift. And one of the shifts is deep breathing instantly. And the time that you are outside and you let the brain hit your eyes, and those two, even if it's full clothes on, all covered up, hands, gloves, hat maybe not, I'm not sure actually, but I think it's the eyes. No, actually it's the eyes. So you can wear a hat, and I'll say something about hats in a minute, but another thing about hats, not so good, but it's the light hitting your eyes that makes you deep breathe. I think it's the near infrared light that's making you do it, and I think it's the nitric oxide possibly, but I don't really care, to be honest with you. You guys need to know that light is a deep breathing session, whether you like it or not. Makes you deep breathe. It's going to help people that are unhealthy that maybe we know about, that won't do other healing modalities like fasting, fruits, aged urine, grounding, yoga, exercise. They don't want to do that much, or all this weird shit that we do, Reiki, massage. But one of the things they can do is spending more time just outside with that deep breathing, because deep breathing is medicine at the end of the day. Breathing is medicine, man. It really is. Why do you want to breathe? I'll give you a reason why you want to breathe. Only because it feels amazing. It's a form of higher consciousness. The slower your breath goes down, the more you're gonna, the better you're gonna feel. The longer and the slower the breath. It's heal or medicine. The sun, the deep breathing that it gives you is heal or medicine. When your breath slows down, you give your body a chance to heal. Your number one detoxification outlet is your breath. It's your breath, man. It's your breath. So when you slow the breath down, you remove more toxins out of the breath. You get more oxygen in when you slow your breath down, and every oxygen in your body has to combine with oxygen to be removed from your system. Do you hear what I just said? Oxygen. You get more oxygen in when you slow breathe from the sun or any practice that makes you slow breathe. And more oxygen in means that and every toxin inside your body, every toxic poison from the air we breathe, from the shit food we eat, and all that stuff, has to combine with oxygen. So you're getting more oxygen when you deep breathe, and that oxygen's combining with the heavy metals and toxins inside us to be removed from the system. So that's one huge mechanism why sunlight's powerful. Deep breathing session. Deep breathing's powerful because slow breathing is medicine. It removes more toxins from the system. Your number one detoxification method. Skin is a good detoxification method. Colon is good. Shitting feces. Yes, we all know about that. Pee has a small amount of toxins in it, but that's wrong focus. But the biggest one is breath. That's why people say the yogis knew the breath is life. Slow the breath down and miracles happen. Consciousness elevates. Your intuition goes up. I'm reading this book. I read this today. Just Breathe. Man, breathing is mastery that's gonna. I read it, but there's a lot of shit I'm gonna go deeper with. There's a lot of exercises I haven't got to yet at this stage of my journey into healing, but I'm gonna tap into breathing. Possibly one of the most powerful. It sounds crazy. There's a lot of power. Light and breath. Massive, absolutely massive breath. There's a lot of things we can do breathing exercises to master. That's what I said about the outside. Number one. So was there a number two? Number one is deep breathing. For the amount of time you're outside, you will be deep breathing unconsciously, whether you like it or not. Your breath will slow down, whether you like it or not. So when people go camping, their breath slows down. Because someone has an outside job, they're going to be healthier. The healthiest version of themselves, I'll say that, because compared to someone that's indoors. Because someone indoors hasn't got that forced breathing session. But someone outside does, because they're with the light. So that's huge, the breathing. But I'm pretty sure I wanted to say something else and I've forgotten about light. Oh yeah. So that's one, deep breathing, because as soon as light hits your eyes, then it, for whatever mechanism, nitric oxide or whatever, makes you breathe. Number two, light has the power to penetrate seawater to a depth of 12 feet, which is a lot, it's 3 meters or whatever. Light also has the power, science shows, and I believe this, it's obvious, that light penetrates right through to the deepest core of your brain. The deepest core of your brain, light hits. The near-infrared light spectrum hits your brain. It peeps deep into the brain, these invisible light spectrums. So light heals your brain. Light is brain food. One of the things I've noticed with light is it rebalances your brain hemispheres. We all have damaged brain hemispheres between the left and the right. Some people have got a more dominant right. Most people are more dominant in the left. I think that's the way the matrix works. But when light hits the brain, then it rebalances it. And the longer you spend time outside, the more light hits the brain, the more and more rebalanced your brain hemispheres get. The more and more rebalanced your brain hemispheres get, the more happy you're going to be, the more whole, the more holistic you're going to be. Because I believe depression and all these sad emotions, a lot of the reasons they're caused, it's not the only reason, is because there's an imbalance between your brain hemispheres. I can certainly speak from my own experience. My brain hemispheres have been damaged majorly and imbalanced. Majorly. My left was dominant, my right, no, right. My left brain was always dominant, my right brain was weak, and it does cause depression and bad negativity inside you when your brain hemispheres are imbalanced. And actually that's part of the matrix. I can talk too long about this, but the matrix is designed to imbalance your brain hemispheres. They have designed it to imbalance your brain hemispheres. Left brain, you go to school, you learn shit you don't need, you learn, your creativity is destroyed. What do you want to do? It's all left brain. Your right brain, your left brain is logic. It's rational logic. It's a man thing, yeah? It's what we men do. We're not too good with emotions. So our left brain is on fire, but our right brain is our feminine brain. I believe the system is trying to damage that, the right brain. And it's also, the right brain is compassion, empathy, creativity. It's also oneness with people. I believe the right brain is oneness. It's The right brain is a feeling of connection with everybody. And if you want more information on that, please read and check out the YouTube of a lady called Jill Bolt Taylor, A Stroke of Insight. When she had a stroke on her right brain, she had a stroke and the right brain completely shut down. No, completely shut down. And the right brain just opened up. She felt a deep sense of connection with the universe. But also she couldn't function properly in society because the left brain was completely shut down. So we do need the balance between the brain hemispheres. It's a great book to read, by the way. You should watch her YouTube video. My point is, we need both. We need brain so that we can function in this world, you know, pay the bills, interact with people, logical, right? We need the logical man side to our personality, but we also need the right brain. And the Matrix wants the right brain shut down because the right brain is compassion. The feelings that we get on psychedelics, yeah, when we take magic mushrooms and shit, that's right brain activation, and that's what they don't want. And what sunlight does, when we spend inordinate amount of times in sunlight, like when we go camping, or when we have an outside job, street fundraising, or whatever job, you're spending a lot of time in sunshine. This is why I was happy when I was working outside Monday to Saturday, 2010, doing a street fundraising. One of the huge reasons, because light was penetrating my brain for like, I was outside working, 9 to 6 outside with the light. If I don't concentrate, I was working about 7-8 hours a day, Monday to Saturday, outside. And I'm including light is medicine, by the way, even when it's raining outside, because that still counts. I don't get annoyed, but I think it's really bad excuse, a poor excuse to go, oh, but the clouds and the chemtrails. Light is powerful, irregardless of the clouds. Light is so powerful, it penetrates the clouds. God, consciousness, or whatever created us, did it on purpose, so that if the clouds come, yeah, and they will come because it's natural, and even if it's not natural, the consciousness created it so that light can penetrate the clouds and heal us still. So there's nothing to fear with, not think, oh, the clouds are out, there's no point in me getting my light medicine. That's wrong mindset, that really is. My point is that, the longer you spend outside, the more light penetrates the skull, man. And all lobes of prefrontal corpus and the corpus callosum, which is the bit that balances the hemispheres. The light hits that, and the near-infrared spectrums hit it and heal you. It heals your brain. It heals you. The light heals you, man. It really does. You know, I go as far as to say that spending a lot of time in light will heal you to the point where, think about all the trauma we've suffered and the words that we've been told wrong and the damage to our confidence and self-esteem from society, our parents and family and brothers and sisters and all this shit. I go as far as saying that that's all brain stuff, right? Because our reality is created by our thoughts in our brain, and the neurons and how they connect now is all the damage to us. It's the brain, right? It's how we think and feel. So when we spend a lot of time outside with the light, that penetrates deep into the skull, and I think it heals the brain. So I'm going as far as saying that light is medicine in many ways. Medicine for trauma. Light is medicine in terms of breath and deep healing, in terms of detoxification, taking those toxins out. It really is. And then I haven't even talked about another thing I did another live on today was the endocrine system, your hormones. Yeah, what do you think light does to your hormones? A huge reason why we go outside and feel great, aside from the deep breathing, you know, and aside from penetrating the brain, is it's activating the endocrine system, serotonin. You know, the science talks about this. This is not me just bullshitting. Science says that you spend time in the light outside, it boosts your serotonin levels. You know, serotonin is the feel-good hormone. So that's another reason why we feel good, because of the light, man. Because it boosts our hormone levels of serotonin. It supercharges them. The longer you spend time in light, the more your serotonin levels are going to go up. Yeah, the happier you're going to be. It's a huge mechanism why we're happy, because sunlight boosts your hormone levels, your serotonin, and probably others. I don't know. And you know, when you've got high serotonin, you know the melatonin that you make at nighttime, which is another important hormone. Serotonin's important for the daytime to be high. For nighttime, you want your melatonin to be high. Your melatonin is your hormone to heal you for the night, right? But the only way melatonin can be high is if serotonin. And the reason why is because the precursor to make melatonin is serotonin. So you need, for high melatonin, you need serotonin in your system, a lot of it. And the only way you can get serotonin, or not the only way, but one of the best ways to make it is to be outside with the light all the time. See how I'm thinking? You've got to connect the dots here. You want high melatonin at night time to heal, to master antioxidant, de-ages you melatonin. You want that to be high. You've got to give yourself the chance for melatonin to be high and be outside with the light. So, yeah, I'll read the comments. I don't want to spend too long today. Kind of done 2, it's too many lives. Yeah, or tent life, yeah, definitely. This is why it's powerful, yeah, spending time with the light. Think about it as well in society. People that spend all time, more and more prevalent now more than ever, people are spending too much time inside the house, inside, and that's it's not the only cause of disease. There's loads of big causes of disease. One is people are spending more and more time in desk jobs or inside with their businesses and not outside with the light as much as we used to, and it's only going to get worse and worse. That's my prediction. It's going to get worse and worse and worse, and then the diseases are just going to go up. And this light thing and spending too much time inside is just one more reason why we're going to get ill and ill and ill, unless people like me and you guys actually understand the mechanisms for light and actually get our asses out and go and do some tenting or commit to spending 1 hour outside with the light. Do little things, yeah, but build it up slowly and you know. Yep, Fabian, definitely. There's an imbalance between the brain hemispheres and there is a masculine dominance. That's what the Matrix wants. The Matrix wants us to be left brain dominant, which is the masculine side. They want that. They want it that because the right brain, the feminine brain, is higher consciousness. It's one whole. I know that's could be stereotype, but you guys really need to read A Stroke of Insight by Jill Bolte Taylor. I actually post in the comments the YouTube, which is a 20-minute version of her story, and you'll understand what I'm talking about with the left-right brain. I'm not talking bullshit. You know, the right brain is higher consciousness, oneness, creativity, the female side, if you want to call it that. The left brain is logic, rational, and you need left brain to survive as well, but the Matrix is leaning us towards that on purpose. Away from our godlike nature, our oneness with everybody. Why would that be? Pretty obvious why they'd want that to be in it. Why the Matrix would want us to be logical, rational, and not feeling higher consciousness. Of course they'd want that for us. Because then they can control us easier. Then they can make us think we're spinning monkeys, you know, that life is not meaningful, we're not empowered creatures of God, we're not created, and they can control us easier in this human avatar experience. That's what they want. They want to control us in this human avatar experience. It's really sad, isn't it? They don't want us to be happy, the Matrix. They want us to feel like our lives are meaningless, so they can make us do jobs we don't like and be in debt and feel shit. Because I think they're scared that once we become all-powerful creatures, once we realise that we're all connected and all one, and we work on ourselves to become more spiritual and to our soul to vibrate more, then that's the end of their control system, and then they can't make money out of us, and they can't do nothing. They won't like that very much. Oh yeah, Faye, oxytocin as well. Yeah, I missed that one off. I did another live on that. You might want to check. I don't want to talk too much about. Yeah, light might help with that. I don't know about light and oxytocin, but I know it boosts serotonin. If you say it does, then I believe you. Yeah. Yeah, chemtrails definitely don't help. I mean, clouds aren't helping the matter. They do stop sun gazing, and light is more powerful. Don't get me wrong. Without the clouds, I know that light is still powerful under clouds, so that's not an excuse. We do what we can. I can't control the cloud. I can't cloud bust. So, yeah. No, we are not vampires, Denise, but we are becoming vampires, and that's why people are getting unhealthy. And the skin, the sunlight purifies the skin as well. It makes the skin look really healthy. It literally purifies bacteria and viruses. That's its job. The sunlight purifies bacteria and viruses in the sea and on our skin. That's one of its jobs, to purify our skin. So we do become why do we get skin diseases? One of the reasons isn't too much sun. No. One of the reasons is we don't get enough sun. And then the bacteria and viruses come up on the skin and the sun can't purify them, you know. John, good to see you, mate. Good to see you there. Okay. Right, that's it. Get some light. Remember what I said. I just... Every time you go outside, every minute of every day you spend outside, you're just having a deep breathing session. So you spend half an hour time outside with the light, even under cloud cover. Pat on the back. You've just given yourself on top of feeling amazing, you're giving yourself half an hour of deep breathing. Awesome. And you didn't even have to do pranayama or hold your breath or do Wim Hof. Well done. You've done half an hour breathing session. That includes all the unhealthy people. Well done to them. Let's start having some compassion for the people that don't understand health, because even if they're unconscious doing it, the unhealthy people are now doing a deep breathing session, as long as they spend time outside. So that's how I look at it with unhealthy people. About also, you know, they all deep breathing. Everyone spends our time. That's number one. Number two, light penetrates the brain, and it rebalances the brain hemispheres and does a lot of things we don't know about in the brain. I think it can heal traumas, any damage to the brain. You know, I'm not saying light can completely heal it, but light is beneficial. It's going to get into the deepest recesses of the pineal. Don't doubt that the light can't penetrate all the way to the pineal right in the center. Don't doubt that the light can't decalcify the pineal. That's just something I thought of now that I need to Google, and I might post up it on that later tomorrow and stuff. How about light, sunlight, helping to decalcify the pineal? Because I've no doubt that light can penetrate even to the pineal. Absolutely no doubt. I think that's a fucking fact. I'm going to Google that right now. Light decalcifying the pineal gland. That's an interesting one. That's a very big one I just said there. But yeah, that was it. Number one. Number two, light hitting the brain. Get more light, purifies the skin. It's magic medicine. Number three, a little add-on. Hats. You wearing a hat outside, what are you doing? You're still getting light to your eyes. Your eyes are a powerful area, by the way, to get light in. Your eyes. They're the most powerful. Number one. Number two is genitals. That's the second most powerful. But light to the eyes is the most powerful. But when you put a hat on, what are you doing? You're stopping light from penetrating the brain. At least to the top. And you'll still get to there. But why would you do that to yourself? Wearing a hat outside. Don't do that. That's my point. Unless it's freezing fucking cold. Yeah, and you're going to die. Your ears are going really, really cold. You should not be wearing a hat. It only came to me today, this when I was watching on TV, someone wearing a hat. It just dots like, what happened? A hat stopping the light hitting your brain. And part of the reason why light is so powerful isn't just the hormones. It's the brain healing it's giving you. Yeah? Think about that. So don't wear hats. Alright. Alright. Yeah, we need to fight, Faye. We're warriors, mate. We're warriors. We're fucking warriors for the light. Like that joke? We're warriors for the light. Right, we're talking way too long, so get some more light. Start upgrading the vessel. And take it slow. Commit. And if you've got jobs and stuff to go to, why don't you take light, go outside on your lunch breaks. You know, half an hour lunch break, go and eat outside. You know, do little things outside. Go and read a book outside. Go and ground outside. Go and stand outside. Go and eat outside. The things that you normally do some of them outside. With the light. And heal yourself. Alright, peace. I'm out. I love you.